It's snowing! Snowing! It's snowing! I love the snow. But I also hate the snow. It's been snowing for the past like week and a half. Except for like the last 2 days. The last 2 days, it wasn't snowing. The sun fucking showed its face and like beat down across the ground and was like, we're gonna melt all this shit away. Spring is coming. But fucking winter popped back up and was like, nope! Bitch, I got other plans. Now, it's snowing! But that's not what this video is about. This video is about a review. Let's get down to it. Today we're going to review the Arctic Subtank. The Arctic Subtank comes in a nice little plastic case with a little clear box so you can see what you're getting. It comes with a little extra coil, some instructions and shit on the back. It's made by HorizonTech. You can hit them up at www.horizon with an E at the end, so like Horizon. Yeah, HorizonTech. Oh, dummy. HorizonE-cig.com. Wow. Go ahead, Jacob. You just keep on being stupid. Loser! I swear I got more than a 3rd grade education. I swear it. This thing comes with 2 different kinds of coils. You got the bottom turbine coil, which is a single coil, and it's got a 0.5 ohm build. And then it's got the bottom turbine dual coil, which is a 0.2. This is the 0.5. Comes in this nice little package. It's fairly large. It's cylindrical. It's got that same like BVC style coil that goes down like in turbines through. I guess that's why they call it a turbine. It's called the BTC. I don't know exactly what that stands for. Oh, bottom turbine coil. There's that 3rd grade education again. 0.5 ohms, and it says that you can vape it between 20 and 40 watts. That's suggested. So I guess that's what they want you to vape it at. Currently inside the tank, I've got the 0.2 ohm coil, and I've been vaping on this thing for, I don't know, like 6 hours, and I'm enjoying it. The tank doesn't really last that long, I guess because, you know, it's such a big coil and you got the wattage so high. But they suggest vaping it between, I'm cheating, between 30 and 100 watts. That's pretty fucking awesome for a coil head. 100 watts? What the fuck? I haven't taken it up that high yet, just because, you know, it's a tank. A piece of snow just fell off the window into the car, because obviously I got the window down. I haven't taken it up to 100 watts. Stop! I'll just roll the window up. Fuck it. I've got the airflow wide open, and I've been vaping at about 80 watts, and it gets to the point where it's almost too hot after that, because I like to take those nice long drags. And the airflow wide open is pretty significant. It's pretty decent, but it's not so much that you're not gonna feel that heat. It's not obviously comparable to like a little boy or a Doge or, you know, a Dark Horse. But both coils look about the same. They're the same size and everything like that. It's just the way they build it makes it what's different. But they say that it's used with Kanthal. 100% USA made Kanthal wire, 304 stainless steel and pyrex glass, and 3 square millimeter intake holes. There's 4 of them, so that equals 12 square millimeters of airflow. Yeah, the math is right. That's that 3rd grade education again. 100% organic cotton inside their coils. It's pretty cool. And all the information's right there on the box. Like, you don't have to pull shit apart and read through these little pamphlets and stuff. They do a pretty good job of putting the information right there on the box for you. Let's see how it vapes. It's pretty fucking enjoyable. It's got a nice big old wide bore drip tip on it. This is bigger than like the drip tip that comes on the Atlantis, than the drip tip that comes on the Subtank or the Subtank Mini. It's significantly larger, and it really does give you quite a bit of cloudage, man. So I'm enjoying the hell out of this thing. I've got a 80 watts, 4.4 volts, 0.2 ohms, and I've got 60% battery life left. I'm loving this thing. It's actually a decent ass tank. It's a very simple setup. It's nice and clean. Right out of the box, you know, I checked it for scratches. I checked it for machining oil. I tore it apart. It's very simple tank. It's like taking it back to the old school Kangertechs. When you take the top off, and I'll take the top off and show you here. When you take the top off, the fill, the actual fill line, the way you fill the tank, is the same as like one of your old Kangertechs. It's got these little sides right here. You put the juice inside the side. You put the needle of the bottle down in there, and you squeeze, or you take your little dripper and you put it down in there and you squeeze. It's not a big gap, so I recommend maybe you getting one of those little syringe type bottles and putting your juice in there and going that way. But I mean, I did it with an Inferno Vape bottle, which has the plastic needle tip, not quite as thin as one of the metal syringe tips, but it worked. I didn't spill anything anywhere, which is surprising. That's what the coil looks like. We'll take it out and I'll show you. It's got these two huge juice channels on the side. I don't know if you can see it. I'm working with limited light here. Huge juice channel right there where it just saturates the cotton with juice. Massive air holes on the bottom. I hope you guys can see that. Yeah, there you go. Massive fucking air holes. Now I got juice all over my fingers. We're gonna fill it up a little bit more. So this is definitely like just the perfect tank for that cloud chaser, not one to drip and drive type application. Call it the safe tank. Let's fill her up. You stick the needle tip down there on the edge, and there she goes. Fills up nice and easy. Doesn't overflow. You know, obviously be careful, watch what you're doing. And the best part is you can literally fill it all the way to the top. All the way full. And then you just put your pieces back together. Boop. Over the last few hours, I have noticed it's a tad bit of a leaker. Okay, she likes to cry. She's a weeping away, but it's not bad. I've had Kangertechs and Aspire tanks leak way worse than this. I had a little bit of runoff coming down the side of my Sigelli, just a tad bit earlier. I wiped it up and I've got no more problems. So yeah, it leaks a tad, but not bad, not terrible. I'd say it leaks just the same amount as like what an Atlantis or a Subtank Mini would leak, but it's not going to leak as bad as an RD8. That's for damn sure. I don't know how much these typically go for. I'm going to say roughly 50 bucks. I know Steve told me that down at Smoky Mountain Vapes, they're selling them for $49.99. It's the same price as a Subtank Mini, same price as an Aspire, Atlantis. So for what you're getting out of it, I say it's a hell of a value. I would pay 50 bucks for this all day long. If this had not been given to me to do a review on, and I lost it, you know, if I bought this and then lost it, I would go out and I'd buy another one. I would pay 50 bucks for this. I enjoy it, especially because I'm on the road all the time, and dripping and driving is dangerous. If I don't have a stoplight within the next 2 miles of me, I will fucking pull over on the side of the road and drip. Okay, because I've got to have my vape. But when I'm driving, I vape constantly because I have road rage really bad. People piss me the fuck off, so I've got to have my vape. And this is a fucking end all to that, because like I said, I showed you earlier, 80 watts. I mean, it says you can go up to, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna go up to 100. I haven't been brave enough to try it yet, but we're doing it. We are at 100 watts. I hope that comes through. Whoa, fucker. 100 watts. Wide open. Here we go. It's a bit warm, and I did notice it was starting. It kind of does taste a little bit burnt. I'm gonna close it off a little bit. And I know you think I'm stupid because I'm closing it off at 100 watts. It is going to get warm, but the reason I do this is because a more restrictive airflow is going to bring that juice up into the coil. It's like sucking something through a straw. You get more vacuum with less airflow. So I actually argued with Steve about this earlier tonight. He told me this, and I was like, yes, I fucking know that, but still, I don't want it that hot. But here we go, half closed. That's much better. It's not that burnt. I'm gonna suck some through. Close it off and suck some of that up in there. Now let's give it a vape. Much better. Yes, vaping at 100 watts will probably burn it up a little bit, and it definitely will burn it up quicker. You'll go through cores a lot faster, and I don't know how much the replacements are, but it'll do 100 watts. That's pretty fucking awesome. I love this thing. With the fucking Subtank Mini, I did the 0.5 ohm coil. I'm taking it back down to 80. I did the 0.5 ohm coil. That's as low as it goes, and I couldn't get it over like 35, 40 watts. With the Atlantis, I found that the perfect spot to vape was 40 watts. Anything higher than like 50 and it was burnt, anything lower than like 30 and it just wasn't enough. Even with the lowest airflow setting, it just wasn't enough for me personally. This is all subjective. But this thing's fucking awesome. 80 watts, that's what I vape all day long on my Doge with a 0.2 ohm build. I vape roughly 70, between 70 and 75 at a 0.4 ohm build. This is fucking perfect. 80 watts, man. I love it. You can't beat it. 0.2 ohms, 80 watts. That's what I suggest for everybody. If you're going to get one of these, no. When you get one of these, get you a Sigelli or something to go with it. Get you a box where you can regulate your watts, put that sucker to 75 or 80 and fucking enjoy it. Vape away. This blows my mind. I'm gonna steal this from Steve. He's not getting it back. He asked me if he could have it back. That's not gonna happen. He's like, no, man, I'll give you the Subtank Mini. Just give me that back because I really enjoy it. No, fuck that. I enjoy this. You can keep the Subtank Mini, Steve. So hit up Steve at Smoky Mountain Vapes if you want to get one of these, or go to the HorizonEcig.com or Horizon-Cig.com and get you one. If you're local to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, hit up Steve at Smoky Mountain Vapes. If you're in the group A Call to Ohms, hit him up and let him know you're an Ohmie. Maybe he'll give you a discount or help you out in some way, shape, or fashion. Maybe he'll throw in a bottle of juice or something. Don't hold me to that, but he tends to help out the Ohmies quite a bit. This is like my favorite thing about it. 4 air holes. Tell me I'm not badass. Look at me. I wonder if I can make a SWAT stick out of this. Don't judge me, okay? I'm not a fucking Nazi. I just think it would be kind of cool. I know I'm a weirdo. Alright guys, get you one. Always remember, be informed, not opinionated. If someone talks to you about vaping and they tell you it's bad, tell them to go fuck themselves.